I've hit the.
Too late.
Too late. We're live, baby.
You hit it after I said don't hit it.
No, it was already going.
Can you introduce me so I can get my debit card to book this hotel?
It's
Taylor's not even here.
Sam. Hey, everybody, it's the SideQuest. This is Sam. Say hi, Sam.
Hi, guys. I'm back for once. Show. I'm going to go get my debit card so I can book a hotel. I'll be back.
Welcome to the SideQuest, your weekly, maybe several times a week, journey into the wonderful world of video games. Our 4th episode in 7 days. We're busy. I wouldn't be surprised if we pop out another one like a bunch of rabbits popping up, babies. Definitely want to thank, first and foremost, our Patreon people, the executive, the one and only Punk Defied, PUNKDEFIED. Look for them because they're looking for you. Also want to thank our producers, the one, the only, or the several, the only, Stefan Swanland, Zero the Prototype, Exaginous, and Jeff Grubb. Thank you all. And
they definitely, they definitely broke the mold with Stefan. That's for sure.
Yes, yes.
We're just multiplying
the mold. Anywho, hey, how's it going? I'm Dolly. Joining me I don't even know anymore. Over here, it's JJ. Look at it. We're doing this.
Nope, you're mirrored on my end. So
again?
Yeah.
It's doing it again? Oh man. Whatever. I don't even know anymore. Oh yeah, it is. Jeez, why does this freaking anywho? So that's JJ. The person below me is Tyler.
Well, that's not mirrored. You can point down and it's right there. It would be funny if you started, and there's Tyler.
There we go. I fixed myself. This is JJ. This is Tyler. Taylor is over there. Totally not confusing.
Yeah.
It's Taylor Bliss and Tyler Blass. Really wild.
Would be the first time I've been accidentally called Taylor.
And we also have JJ in his e-boy headset. Look at that. Lovely.
Never taking it off. This is the show now.
He's actually he had that on the entire time at PAX West. It was quite crazy.
I didn't bring it because I didn't want to damage it.
That is actually probably pretty true. Hey, we're back from PAX West. How y'all doing? Tyler, Taylor, Sam, and JJ. Did you recover?
No, I was gonna say, can we put this show off another day because I am in agony.
yeah, same here, man. I was in the freaking the red eye flight out of Saturday night, and it was wrecking me.
Yeah, I went back. Like I didn't go Sunday, but I went Monday, and that was one day too many for my feet, and for my calves.
Yeah, you gotta get those steps in. We're gonna be talking a lot about, or a little bit more about PAX because we need to see some other things. That'll be good. Tyler, how's it going?
It's good. I have a friend here.
Yay!
Hello, kitty. Oh,
her name is Blair.
Beautiful. What a beautiful Blair.
Yes, Blair, like the Blair Witch.
I was just about to say like the Blair Witch. What a beautiful coat. She's gorgeous cat. Gorgeous cat.
I just looked down and she was there. I was like, here we go. Here's my bit.
I want to get a kitten so bad.
My dog cannot be trusted. She has been on the podcast one time and was just being a menace. So it's
my cat is on the podcast. If you look all the way over there, they're holding a baguette.
Yeah. He's not muted anymore, so he may just be listening and not saying anything.
Tapping away with his debit.
I assumed he had to mute himself because he knew he was going to start reading his debit card number out loud as he's typing it.
Yeah. 14-3. This thing keeps getting bright as I'll turn
the camera on and just hold it up to the camera for a second.
Yeah.
Bam. And then Taylor's down there, way over there somewhere.
He's
also
right now
it's with his pet. He said he was going to throw the ball to his dog for a bit.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
Well,
so we get the live feed of his brand new PC cooling situation here.
Yep.
Why does he have the SideQuesting watermark, but like cut off?
I don't know.
I think our video feeds got shrunk a little bit whenever we went up to 5
but
people.
He shouldn't have the watermark. None of us.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to put that on here. I just log in and I'm here.
You don't have the power to do that yet. You haven't earned it.
You haven't earned the power to do that yet. That's awesome. I'm trying to find. I ain't gonna find it. Is this it? Hold on. I'm trying to find audio here.
Yeah.
All right, good deal. I have audio clips that I might just hold my phone up to this.
Oh yeah, good radio.
Good radio. Let me see if I could send it to myself.
Oh yeah, look at the power that I have. I can just put like this toilet up.
Oh yeah, that's right there. That's right there. I'm gonna drop an audio clip because we have a couple interviews that we're gonna be, or one interview that we're gonna talk about. So that'll be kind of fun. Anywho, yeah, we're back from PAX. We're ready to rock. We got some fun stuff to talk about. But we're gonna get some news real quick. And news is always good to chat about. First little bit of news that I want to cover. Hey, did you guys hear that there will probably eventually, maybe more than likely, be a PlayStation 6?
Ooh.
I mean, they've done 5. Why wouldn't they do 6?
It's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can actually hit the share button here. And but guess what? It may be like a Nintendo Switch system, as recent reports. They claim that a planned PS6 portable is going to be dockable like the Switch. That's according to Moore's Law is dead. And there have been other quote unquote leakers and stuff that have said this. But essentially, it is a PlayStation 6 handheld. Some of the interesting things, it says it's a PlayStation 6 portable, can be docked like a Switch, claims that it will be capable of playing games natively at power exceeding that of the base PS5 when docked. So probably PS5
two and a half minute battery life.
Yeah, for sure. Have you guys used the portal? That thing has like a 2.5 minute battery.
I do have a portal. I like it. You have to have like really good internet for it, and like it's fine most of the time. It's just don't do any like rhythm stuff. Like I tried to do like karaoke and Yakuza, and
it's okay because brother, you ain't got no rhythm. That was good.
Actually, I like karaoke,
good.
but yeah. It's
just a minute.
I don't know. It's like
there we go.
There we
go.
Yeah. But it does have just enough problems to where like I keep finding excuses to not use it, and I really do need to use it more. But I'm always just like, I'd rather just be on the couch instead.
Let's be honest about this PlayStation 6 portable thing. It's like any R&D company with an R&D department worth their salt is at least exploring this idea. Like, no shit. Like, of course they are. You don't look at the Switch and not have a handful of eggheads.
I mean, it's the perfect gimmick for like a portable system, because that was always my problem, like especially like DS and 3DS. Just like I don't want to like squint over this like really tiny system, like, you know, to play these games. I missed out on a lot of 3DS games because of that, especially like aside from like Kingdom Hearts 3D. I didn't really play a lot of 3DS games. But
excuse me, use its God-given name.
Oh, sorry, yes, Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's again, everybody's going to be putting these out because mobile. I know a few of us have talked about it. We talked about it with folks at the show. Just the nature of how we play games now. A lot more of us like to have the TV on, or like to be around our family watching TV and playing game at the same time. And the portability is great because you want to take something with you and not have to worry about putting it, missing out because it's only on the big screen. Now, the ROG Ally, is the ROG dockable?
Yeah. I mean, technically, if you have a dock, just like the Steam Deck, it's the same.
Yeah,
like, what's your definition?
They do sell a dock for the Steam Deck separately.
Well, I meant, is it designed so that you can, throw it up on the TV to play?
It's a Windows machine, so yeah, you plug it in and it's a Windows machine,
and the Steam Deck as well with the dock, and essentially it's the idea that you can you buy the attachment and you can have this thing on a big screen, or you can have portable. And I think that's just the way gaming is kind of going right now. And I think I'm okay with that. But I mean, I hate to say they'd be dumb to not do this, but they'd be dumb to not do this. I mean, you look at Xbox with their ROG Ally, Xbox ROG Xbox. That thing, that I think is the direction of Xbox. I think they are now saying, you want to play on the big screen, play on the big screen. Take a device out and go somewhere else. Play it on your phone, whatever. So, hey, whatever. Yeah, you'd be dumb not to, I guess. You'd be dumb not to. There is, I'm trying to get some more interesting news. There's not a ton of news, thankfully, because there's stuff we've been playing, but there is this little bit of news. Let's talk about actual games by saying there's a Call of Duty movie coming.
And by games, you mean movies.
By games, I mean movies. No, they I thought that this had already been confirmed like years ago. I guess not. But you know, hey, there's a Call of Duty movie on the way.
Finally, a Call of Duty Kojima will consume.
Finally, a Call of Duty movie. No,
listen, get the cue up the tweet. You know what's coming.
Yeah, I saw
the Call of Duty movie. Yeah, you know it. You know it.
Yes. But that also, you know, in similar news, they delayed Mortal Kombat 2 from October all the way to like May
like next year. Yeah, that shocked me. That's a crazy delay. It's so close.
Because that's movie is done.
Yeah,
that's a we need a significant reshoots delay.
This is the G.I. Joe 2 movie where it was like delayed for like 9 months.
Yeah, essentially. Right.
You would know better than anybody else.
Is there like an ugly Sub-Zero model that we need to replace real quick? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
No, they had to reshoot the G.I. Joe movie because Channing Tatum got really popular and they needed to put him in the movie.
Oh, they needed to add him in the scenes.
Yeah, because he gets
that's
like
funny.
Yeah, because he was gonna because he like dies at the beginning. So
they were like, no.
Not movie related, but definitely gaming related. Did you guys hear there's a game called Silksong coming out?
No.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
The original Hollow Knight is a game that everybody absolutely loves, and they're going to finally start playing.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Hollow Knight fan excited to play Hollow Knight for the first time.
I think we've made that joke in every episode, the last like 5 episodes. But
and like 6 or 7 times at the PAX show floor. Every time we walked by Nintendo, we made the same joke.
But it has hit a new peak, 71,000 concurrent players on Steam. I have seen friends on Switch pop up, start playing Hollow Knight. I've seen stuff on PlayStation pop up. I've seen on Xbox through the app. I'll get a notification when friends are playing. I mean, everyone's back in the mode. My question to you guys, to y'all, is how many Yizins, how many millions of copies of Hollow Knight will be sold in the first week?
The first week?
Yeah. Silksong.
Yeah.
2 million first week.
Yeah, that seems fair.
I mean, like, it's also just like, how are we really calculating it? Because I know there's like a lot of like, you know, Kickstarter backers that are just gonna like get the game finally, and I guess that counts as like a sale. But like,
it's on Game Pass. It's $20, which is
that's true.
insane.
That's gonna help it.
Yeah.
If they do a bundle for like 30 with like the original Hollow Knight, there you go.
Condolences to all indie developers for the next like 9 months.
They're already
launching their game at $25.
What were you gonna say, Taylor?
I was gonna say, a more interesting question to me: what is going to be the highest share console for platform amongst those, however many units they sell?
I mean, I think Steam.
Yeah.
Steam,
honestly, I'm gonna go Steam, Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox. It's a little bit messy because you got a lot of people on Game Pass that'll get it on Xbox.
Well, we won't see sales on Game Pass.
Xbox. Yeah, I bet more people will be playing on Xbox from Game Pass, but more people will buy it on PlayStation.
Yeah, between the two. 100%. There's almost no doubt about that.
Yeah,
but definitely Steam and Switch at the top.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think it's a race to me between Steam and Switch, and I'm very curious as to see which one. The fact that they're day one releasing on Switch too, right?
Yeah, well, it's a free upgrade.
Free upgrade.
Well, it's
not even doing $1 like Trails.
Well, it's because the backers had the game, and so
so like if you backed the Switch version, it'd be ridiculous to give you the Switch version and then force you to pay an extra.
It would be really funny if they did that though. Imagine.
Like, I like how these Switch versions are just like getting like weirder because like, you know, Trails in the Sky is like doing like $1 Switch 2 upgrade, and then like Hollow Knight's like, how about just free actually?
Yeah, it's great.
I think they should have made the upgrade $80.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Deltarune is free,
and them Hollow Knight fans would have opened up their wallet with a smile on their face.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's for the most highly sought after indie game of all time. You know, I think that it's people are willing to do whatever the hell that this company wants. I actually, Team Cherry did great by just saying we're just going to take our time and do this at our own pace. You guys keep buying it and keep talking about it because you're just it's a self-hyping Ouroboros. Ouroboros.
I was gonna say,
thank you. Thank you for correcting immediately.
Boris. No, it's like it's a self-hyping machine. So we're just gonna keep working and we're gonna make this thing great. And I mean, JJ and I played it. Boy, oh boy, did it feel great. And that was on the Switch too. The only version that was
handheld version.
Handheld version. It was great. I mean, that's where I'll be playing it anyways, is in handheld mode. But just like the current Hollow Knight, I'm probably gonna have like 6 copies of this game eventually. I think I have it on every platform. It came with humble bundles. It was like $4 at different places. So yeah, it's Zach is giving us shit as usual.
See, I have asked these guys more than once. Is this okay? Or should I switch back to the microphone? I'm like, oh, it's great. And I'm like, okay.
No, it sounds fine to me. It sounds fine to me.
So
Trust me. Taylor's actually sounds the worst. So that's
I?
Great. Yeah, you do. You sound like you're echoing a bit.
Yeah, it's like a tin cannon string.
Yeah. Let's talk about actual things that we've gotten our hands on. However, I have to share something because I have an audio interview that JJ and I did at the PAX show floor, and then we're going to do a group taste test of something for the few of us that are able to do it.
I am not.
I'm going to do a taste test. We tasted it there, so let me share this screen. We had a chance to chat with Brian McClary over at the 5-hour energy booth, and don't mind a 15% off, but you can definitely get 15% off. They are showing off they announced the Outer Worlds 2 Purple Berry Punch, and we alluded to this a little bit on last week or whenever it was that we had some tastes of a brand new thing that was sent to us, and so yeah, we're gonna try it. It's actually labeled a little differently because they couldn't send those labels out, so they had to send a previous version of the label there. But I will taste test this. We tried it on there. I'm going to hit the play button on this audio. It's a short interview. It's like 5 or 6 minutes, and I'll cut it at some point. But yeah, let's listen in a little bit. All right, we are here with. I'm going to let you introduce yourself and your position.
Oh man, I'm Brian McClary from 5-Hour Energy. I'm the director of marketing and sales execution.
Excellent. And you guys are debuting something really freaking cool.
Wait, we are? Hold on.
What?
Yeah. No, we're here at PAX West. We are talking about our amazing Outer Worlds 2 program, working with the Obsidian team. It's a dream of mine, man.
Yeah.
So we are introducing Purple Berry Punch and Mock Melon Brew. I mean, we're all into the lore of the Outer Worlds. I mean, we're leaning heavily into the consumables. I mean, if you played the first game, you saw Mock 2-hour energy brew in the game. You've seen mock apple cider. So like we're leaning heavily into it. Like
Sweet.
Packaging featuring Outer Worlds IP. I've pretty much let Obsidian take our brand and say, do what you want. But we've had to be delicate at the same time. But you know, we're here, we're excited, we're celebrating Outer Worlds, and we're happy to be here at PAX West.
That's cool. And you were telling us a little bit earlier, and you kind of mentioned it now, when you hooked up with Outer Worlds and Obsidian, and how'd that process go about? Like, hey, these are the right flavors, or this is who made those decisions?
Yeah.
Who made those? How did that ball get started?
Yeah, it's been a crazy one. So the team actually, we've been working with another agency called Triple Clicks. It's a guy named Chris Erb. I've actually known him for over 15 years.
Oh, wow.
I met him on the internet off of a Kotaku article, so this tells you how long ago it was.
Yeah.
And the bromance kind of began from there, and we connected on Twitter. And when I first started at 5-Hour, I'm only 6 months in, I called in all my favors I could.
Yeah.
And one of them was to the team at Triple Clicks, and they said, okay, we're working on some things. And we ran through a ton of other ideas, and he brought me the Outer Worlds. I said, hold on. I've heard of the game, I've played it like a little bit, like I'm interested in it. And I started looking, and he was pitching it to me, and I said, hold on. I ended up on a wiki for the page. I said, hold on.
That's the way to do it.
I look at consumables for inspiration. And of course, the internet's never wrong.
Yeah.
And I saw 2-hour energy brew. I was like, oh my God, we're already in the game. So I went and showed that, and I looked at all the other consumables that are in there. And because we didn't want to come out of left field and say, like, here's grape with Outer Worlds. I'm like, nobody wants that, right? So let's bring real world consumables to the real world. So Purple Berry Punch is one. Now we have Purple Berry Punch.
Love it.
We have the Moon Man holding Purple Berry Punch on our bottle. So like, it's fun. We're going in heavily. Like, we've been invited to the party. We don't want to be selling encyclopedias at the party. We want to be people saying, hey, welcome to the party. Here you are. And we're doing something really cool, Dolly, is we're doing it so that if you buy one of our products, you get a custom skin for your in-game pet that you can only get from 5 Hour Energy. So sorry, spoiler alert, Obsidian team. So in the first game, like, Raptidons can be an enemy and they can take away from you, but in the second game, they can become your pet. So we have the custom, I gotta close my eyes and think about the title one more time. We have the Purple Berry Baby Raptidon skin, which the only way to get it is to buy a 5 Hour Energy product from Outer Worlds 2. Buy that product, upload a copy of your receipt to 5hegame.com, and we will send you in 5 days a code to go to Xbox Live and download. Other really cool thing, with Mock Melon Brew, we're only selling it at Circle K at retail, which, sorry, they're not in Michigan, which I know you and I both live. Right, yeah. But we're selling it at retail, and the only way to get the custom bread worm skin will be to go through Circle K and buy it.
So you're telling me I have to drive out of state?
You might know a guy.
I might know a guy.
I mean, maybe if somebody's smart and entrepreneurial, they'll put it on eBay. But yeah, I mean, we're leaning heavily into it. We know how important skins are to people's game and how important customization is. I mean, I've spent way too much time customizing my character in Outer Worlds, and sorry, my guy is still wearing the Moon Man helmet in Outer Worlds, even though it's not the best helmet. I think it looks cool.
Right.
But we're all in. I mean, we're leaning into the lore of it. The Obsidian team has been fantastic. I mean, we pulled this program off in 2 months.
That's amazing.
It's unbelievable.
What's the response been like at PAX so far? I mean, it's been 1 day, but...
It's been awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, like, in my time at 5 Hour and even talking with our team, like, we're seeing people take pictures of our booth.
Okay.
And, like, it's my goal of this is to have people say to the Outer Worlds team, it was so great to see you at PAX.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Where in reality, it's 5 Hour Energy in Outer Worlds. So, like, it's been great. The Outer Worlds team's been fantastic. We're actually being incorporated into their panel tomorrow. So we're actually going to announce it at the panel.
Okay.
So the cool thing is the whole world right now, unless you're at PAX West, or you've been on the internet and seen somebody who's been at PAX West, nobody else knows about this.
That's wild.
It's not on our website right now. We haven't said anything about it yet. So we're kind of giving the PAX West squad the first look at it. So it's fun, right? We want to reward people for interacting with our brand and do something really cool.
So there you go. Thank you to Brian for sharing this with us, some exclusive information there. And Brian did manage to send over packs to us. Oh, you have a Circle K near you guys? All right.
Yeah, actually, I Googled it during that, and I was like, wait, is there a Circle K near us? And I forgot there is one, like, literally, like, very close to us.
That'll be November.
I constantly call by, like, its unbranded previous name from when I was, like, 8 years old.
So we had they were actually giving away samples, of both flavors over there. So I'm going to crack open and have a little bit of this one, which is the Purple Berry Punch. And you can actually, I don't know if you guys noticed it, you can actually go and, let me put this back up here. You can actually go on the website now. Today is their launch day. So perfect time to do the podcast. I didn't even know that today, 9/2/25, is the launch of this 5 Hour Energy. So I'm giving it a shot. Let's do this. Anybody else have, Taylor, did you cracking yours? It's too late for you, bud, right?
You would be fucking
8
insane.
or 9.
Yeah, I'm
not gonna chug this whole thing.
It does not. It will not touch my
You
lips
need all
or God's
5
lips.
hours. Come on.
All right, I'm gonna a little taster.
As Dally was interviewing him, we were at the booth and I just kind of wandered over and got a sample of both flavors. So I had like 2 shots of 5 Hour Energy, and then another energy drink later in the
a competing energy drink, and we had coffees and a bunch of other stuff, and we came back and got more 5 Hour.
By the time
through our chest.
Yeah, by the time we got to Toxic Avenger at 10:30 that night, we were our heart rates were
I'm too child-addled to even conceive of going to a movie at that event.
Oh, I crashed hard in that movie because all the energy came out of me. Anywho, speaking of which, it's good. It's good. I like it. I had it there, obviously, at PAX. I'm having it here now. I'm going to have it tomorrow morning to keep me rocking. But from the little taste I had, it's
Does it
like,
does it taste like purple berry?
Tastes like everything I know about purple berry. No, I was gonna say, you know how sometimes you'll get energy drinks and 5 Hour and others that will have a really kind of a strong immediate like punch into your mouth. This, like your tongue, this doesn't punch my taste buds. It's actually a little bit smoother.
In the name.
I know, but is it not supposed to punch?
This one is actually supposed to punch specifically.
But it's I will say, like, it's smoother. It tastes good. It is not an overpowering punch. It is a smart punch because it does have a little bit of a grape-ish flavor to it. So I like it. Like
a grape citrus.
Grape citrus, and the mango mock melon brew was also really good.
Yeah, I don't know Outer Worlds 2 lore enough to remember the name of.
I'm still one of those people that still gets it mixed up with Outer Wilds. So
but so this is good. Yeah, really cool.
It's really easy. One is really good and one is not really good.
Oh, Outer Worlds! I loved Outer Worlds. It's really good Outer Worlds. Anywho, so there.
Please do not rag on us sponsors.
No, I'm saying that one is genre defining, the other one's pretty good.
I played Outer Worlds on the Switch, and I enjoyed it for its Falloutness. Yeah, it was but it hit everything I wanted to do. Anyways,
Dally does a lot of this where he plays the worst version. Like I played Doom Eternal on the Switch, and I'm like, you are
the worst version years after it comes out.
This is guys. Guys, this is the best version of 5 Hour.
Okay.
There you go.
That purple berry. See, that. No, kudos to the team for like Brian said, they pulled this thing together in 2 months. Like literally, he was saying afterwards we were chatting a little bit. He's like, I called in favors for folks that I knew here and there to get this thing because he wanted to really kind of help angle 5 Hour Energy into definitely. I mean, we've seen them at PAX and other events, but how do you get a cool, like a good gaming tie-in without it just being a gaming tie-in? Like you actually, it's kind of smart because like you said, there's like 2 hour energy shots in Outer Worlds. So this seems like a perfect combination.
Yeah, I like that it's more than just the logo on some bottles, like every single Call of Duty with Mountain Dew.
Outer Worlds. So that's good. Cool. Thank you to
that Obsidian seems cool. Like the people there seem chill and cool.
Yeah.
I also just remembered I did watch Secret Level, and there was an Outer Worlds episode of Secret Level. That was actually one of the better ones. So
it was my favorite. Exactly, definitely one of the better ones.
Yeah, that's because the Obsidian people are cool.
Yes, thank you again to 5 Hour Energy and the folks at Obsidian for sending over this.
Yeah,
this giant ass box of I think 3 of us so far have gotten it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of heart pounding energy. Let's get into some of the stuff that we have been playing. There is a couple more PAX things I wanted to talk about. I'm gonna go first because those are the ones that I know, and JJ hasn't really told me too many of what he's got. But I played a bunch of games while we were there. One of them was I'm an old head in terms of the original Xbox 360. I loved Xbox 360. I love the games on the Xbox 360. Microsoft, their next console should be the Xbox 720, and it should look like the Xbox 360.
Just bring the blades back.
Yeah, one of the games I played on there religiously was Plants for Zombies, and it's back in Replanted. Now they debuted this over on the Switch third-party thingy, but I had a chance to play the updated game I played on a console. It's coming out for everything except for mobile. Don't tell me why. I don't know. They wanted to focus on console versions. Anyways, it feels like what we remember of Plants for Zombies. And the way the team explained it was a couple of developers were there. They said, listen, we're don't mess with the good thing. Like Plants for Zombies has obviously changed with the times, going mobile did stuff, other console and sequels and, becoming a Garden Warfare and a bunch of other stuff. You take the genre, you take the IP and you spread it around. So why not bring it back to, I think it's been they're close to their 16th anniversary or something like that this year. Why not bring it back to that original? Because a lot of people today that enjoy Plants vs. Zombies actually didn't play the original game, because guess what? You really can't get it anywhere, right? You can only play versions of it in certain areas that aren't even like true ports anymore. So this is that original game, and it still feels so good. Like, they did such a great job. They updated the visuals, they added some new animations to it. It was still click, add, click on the sun, or buy another sunflower, add a pea shooter, put the walnut, do this, do that. There's the lawnmower still. So the level they had me play a couple levels still in the garden here. And I played, co-op mode, which was a lot of fun. Me and one of the developers. And then there was actually a special mode, which was like a storm mode. It's kind of these remixed levels in the game. So it's all those original levels. They said, let's have fun and make it so that there's like, it'll just start raining. That means the sun is out and you don't get as many, you don't get any or as much sunshine to power your stuff. So you have to, preserve and balance certain things. So that was pretty cool. A way to make the game more challenging with almost like these smaller or these different challenges for each level. So I don't know when the game was actually coming out, but I was really happy with what they showed me. So yeah, Plants vs. Zombies replanted. Very cool. Again, I'm an old head. I'm excited for it. My nephew's gonna be playing this. My daughter's gonna be playing it. They all missed it the first time around. So yeah, it's good. Good. It's back and it's blooming in HD. Another game that I played that was a little different, one might say. So again, I like old games. I am not tied to this series as maybe someone like JJ is, but we still had a chance. JJ watched me play this. We had a fun story about this, making this character naked when they play. Bubsy the Bobcat is coming back yet again in a official sequel to Bubsy 3D called Bubsy 4D.
Yeah, the most unhinged decision you could possibly make for making a new Bubsy game is openly saying that this is a sequel to Bubsy 3D.
Yeah, yep. And so it is. Bubsy is very much an animation-based mascot. They're really pushing the animation and the kind of the character side of Bubsy for whatever that is.
What they're really pushing is insane, and I didn't expect it to be the direction that they're taking it.
Yeah. So Fabraz is the developer, which is really cool. Like, they basically gave him gave them their team, like, go do what you want, enjoy it. And they have a lot of Mario kind of built into this, and there's the one aspect that I really love with this, or really enjoyed with this, I don't want to say love yet, but really enjoyed, was that you have these sort of combo jumps. So as you're jumping across different areas, you jump, then you could do a double jump, and then you could do kind of a little flip, and you can do a little float, and you can do another jump, and kind of keep going. You start to see it in some of this video here. And then you can go into like this big rolling ball, the fur ball, and then pop out of it again into a jump. It's really this like crazy combo motion parkour based thing, with that kind of quirky Bubsy character built in. So it was interesting. It was
what's the fourth dimension? What do we think?
I think it's
life.
Yeah. No, you know what? To be
There's
fair,
absolutely going to be like a time travel sort of thing.
No,
like a Bubsy
to be
3D
fair,
level.
time is the point of this game, because this game is entirely built around speed running. Like,
it really is.
It's got leaderboards, the momentum and movement. It's like they were talking to us about it. It is 100% designed to be a speedrunning game. Like, no punches pulled. Like, everything about this game is to beat these levels as fast and efficient as possible with the tool sets that they give you. That's why you can cancel out of jumps and start a different jump and like weirdly chain things and stuff. It is a speedrunning game.
It really is. I mean, there's a clock right at the top right corner. You see the clock going and telling you how much time is happening.
It has leaderboards. Like, just a platformer with leaderboards is kind of ridiculous. Like,
I think it's a really good idea to take it that direction, because
I
Bubsy
think
is
that
just
saves
like, let's just make it saves it exactly. Otherwise, it's like why would I play this level when now I'm trying to play it as fast as possible?
It's definitely something nice and different compared to like a collectathon 3D platformer like we're used to.
Oh, it's still a collectathon.
Yeah.
There's like, I forget what he said. What, 1,000 yarn balls in each
something
level
like that.
or
It's
something?
nuts. No, it was like 100 plus.
Yeah,
150 or something in each level, but there's like 15 levels and.
Like it's bold. Like they have the potential to make the only good Bubsy game ever made.
Right, exactly.
So this is the Demon Tide developers,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Like, like their pedigree is like pretty well known for making like pretty stylized like action platformers.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of funny that this is going the same route as I feel like almost Sonic Mania went, where it's like they like just kind of handed the property over to somebody who's making this like style game already, and it's like, please just make a good one of these for us.
Yeah.
And the other funny,
it's so funny because like there's like outside of Bubsy 3D, there's really not a whole lot of references to like a lot of Bubsy stuff going on here. Like it's got the enemies, but it like kind of ignores.
It does. The Woolies are back.
The Woolies are back, and they've what was it? The Woolies are back. They've imprisoned sheep.
Yes.
But the sheep have revolted, and so now Bubsy has to fight both of these revolted. And
the sheep are sort of bionic cyborg sheep.
Yeah, sheep and the Woolies.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real, JJ. If I didn't like do this show with you semi-annually, I wouldn't know about Bubsy at all.
Bubsy lore is great.
Like Bubsy, period. Like not lore. I wouldn't be like. I'd be like, what the fuck is Bubsy?
You know, the
I'm gonna be honest.
I actually had to ask.
I was alive when he came out.
I actually had to ask the guy too, because the original Bubsy is it's a 2D platformer with fall damage.
It's crazy.
So I asked, like, does this have fall damage? And they're like, no. So I'm like, okay, so you saved the game.
I fell a lot, not like the dude that was playing in front of me who just kept freaking falling nonstop, and I was
could
not make a jump, and I'm just like, dude, I was ready to just smack the controller out of his hands. It was funny, I will say. It was our turn. Like I had an appointment to play this game.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
So I show up at like 11:50. I'm like, I have a noon appointment. You know, I'll just kind of hang around. They're like, give a couple minutes, and then I'll have the guy come over. So like, dude comes over at 11:55. We walk over to the game, and 12 o'clock hits, and there's somebody just gets done playing, and the dude that was giving us the demo, he's like, all right, he tells the guy, all right, thanks, no problem. And he starts handing me the controller. Well, this guy who was waiting in line is like, excuse me, I was here first. And the dev is like, well, he has a 12 o'clock appointment. He's like, yeah, but I was here first. I'm just like, dude, it's Bubsy, relax, bro.
Yeah.
I took the high road.
Literally, you're the only guy in line.
You should have checked the Bubsy subreddit and seen if he wrote about you.
Yeah.
Probably. This fucking journo. No, I took the high road. I'm like, go ahead and play. And this dude was the one that could not make any jump. And I was mad at him. I'm like, you know what? You shouldn't have played.
Yeah, he was actually terrible at the game.
He was terrible at the game.
And he's gonna like talk about like, oh yeah, journalists, they can't play games.
Yeah, exactly. I whizzed through this like you wouldn't believe. And this dude was anyway. So it was funny because after we get done playing, the guy's like, hey, the dude that's giving us the demo, the developer's like, hey, check it out. I can make Bubsy naked. And we're like, JJ, excuse me, what is like? Because there's a glitch in the game, and I don't know if we're gonna work it out yet, but there's a scene in this. You kind of see him standing in you see like a closet behind him.
Yeah,
whatever.
It's like his house.
It's like this hub. Yeah. It's a hub. It's on the ship, basically. Yeah. And he's standing by this thing, and he's supposed to change clothes. Well, if you pause the game at the right time as he takes off one piece of clothing and starts putting the other one on, then the game sort of defaults to him not having anything, and you just see the blurry dongus.
Yeah, because so there's
you play the game as the blurry dongus.
I love that he was like, I don't know if we're gonna take it out.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, because the conversation was like, what do they fix and don't fix for the speed runs? Because that's kind of part of the speed running community. Like, well, what's a good exploit? And that's where that came from. Because there's one frame where he's changing from his t-shirt to his jacket, and if you skip the cutscene at the right time, because there's one frame where he takes his shirt off to go for the jacket that turns him naked and adds a pixel to his nether region.
And he missed it the first time, so he's like, let me do it again. Let me
Went
try
back.
it again.
Went
Restart.
back, yeah.
We lose like 4 minutes worth of time. Anyways, Bubsy
It's
4D.
it was real speedrunning bullshit that he was doing to get that thing. It was very funny.
Bubsy 4D.
Naked Bubsy is more aerodynamic.
There, and that's the name of the episode.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Zero's comment there with Uli Lilia. I wanted to ask him about like, have you reached out to him? Have you? But I didn't know. I was like, he has no idea who this guy is.
It's good. I was surprised that I actually, because again, I remember Bubsy. I played the 2D stuff and hated fall damage, but I was surprised that this was actually a coherent 3D platformer built on speedrunning
the worst games. They're the worst.
Yeah, they are. They are.
I hate Bubsy. Bubsy.
It's just crazy that they made them. Like,
yeah, it really is.
And it's not like it's the first Bubsy in a long time. There were like 2 previous bad Bubsy games.
Go
down to Wikipedia. It is a rabbit hole.
It is funny because like the IP is definitely cursed. If this game is bad, the IP is definitely cursed, because we were just talking about like, oh yeah, the developers, they've got like such a good track record. It's definitely going to be good because they are good. And it's like, no, Bubsy's just cursed.
This game will destroy Demon Tides.
So JJ went off on Saturday for a little bit to go hang out with a friend of his. Apparently, we allow him to have other friends. I don't know what this is.
So I'm like, you know
other
people.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go and just kind of walk around a little bit, see if I could snag some more of those Spider-Man cards. Could not. They shut that down. But the Capcom booth was right there. And I thought, let me walk over to the Capcom booth and see how long the line is. I was kind of curious if RE9 and Onimusha were available and some other stuff. And Capcom line was still really long. But I kind of walk over and I flashed a media badge, which I know is really sad thing to do.
So cool, Dally.
So cool. Yeah. Flashed the yellow media badge, and I'm like, I have an appointment. I did not have an appointment. I had
to see this thing that I already saw.
To see this thing that I've already seen. I think it's for RE9 and Onimusha, and the person at the door was like, the person's there is like, they're not here right now to check. What time was your appointment? And this was at like 1. What time? I don't know what time you left, JJ. It was 3. Like right around 3. Okay, I'm like, it was at like 3:30 or 3:15. And they're like, okay, just go ahead. They're in here. I think they're by the Onimusha stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, somehow it worked. I walk in, and I thought, I'm going to go take a look at RE9 because I know RE9 was playable. So I kind of poked my head into this room, and I see the RE9 stations there. And I'm like, oh, okay, so the Resident Evil Requiem is going strong. And I thought, let me take a real quick look before I cut in front of anybody like a real jerk. Let me take a look and see what this demo is. And it wasn't a new demo. It was a demo that I watched them play in the play session at Summer Game Fest. And I think the same demo that's been at Gamescom. So essentially it is where, I forget her name, the main character wakes up in this mansion-like place, and you have to essentially make your way through I'm trying to hide this. You have to make your way through.
Good job.
Yeah, it didn't work at all. Make your way through and try to escape as this creature, this lady monster creature, is chasing you. And so you're working your way through. I saw that at Summer Game Fest. Very cool demo. She's injured. She's moving a little bit slow. Much more excited about Resident Evil 9 the more I see of it. So definitely checking that out. So I did walk over to Onimusha, and there was a station available. So I thought, let me get my 10 minutes of Onimusha in here. And Onimusha Way of the Sword is, I saw a live play session before. This is that same demo. So kind of the stuff that I saw other people play back at the beginning of the summer and is now playable for everyone. So this is kind of the first main area. You're coming up to the temple. You're facing off against, kind of a key guy, this mid boss. You're sort of, I don't want to call it a muse, but your foil throughout the majority of this game. And gosh, it just plays so well. It's so freaking smooth. The The walk up to the temple is really interesting because you're obviously going through forest, you're taking on enemies and stuff, and this background, as you see in the video here, the backgrounds are all awesome because like there's stuff happening everywhere. I spent way too much time just stopping and staring and looking at how the lights reflect off stuff, how the shadows handle certain things. Like the lighting, Capcom does a great job with their engines. I don't know if this is the RE engine or not. It certainly feels like it. But the way the light kind of bounces off his little cape there, I thought was really cool. And then the way when you start to utilize your glove gauntlet thing and how that affects everything is just freaking amazing. So I'm really excited about Onimusha. I was not an Onimusha player, but holy heck, I think I've become one. Just this short 10-minute demo that I played was pretty sick. Again, it's the same demo that I saw other people play back in June, fully playable now, and it just feels really good. It's got this like awesome parrying system, the ability to kind of bounce around and or hop around and avoid the enemies. I will say though, I swung and missed a lot with my sword, and it wasn't until later on that I really realized I should be taking this as a sword fighting one-on-one battle type thing instead of just swinging aimlessly. Once you get to the point of playing this game as a with much more strategy and more tactics in your battles, I think that's when it really starts to open up and become something even more special. So anyways, Onimusha, Way of the Swords coming out next year, I think. Definitely one that I'm personally super excited about. So yeah, that was it. That's all I did at the Capcom booth. Did not go overly crazy there. So I did want to mention one thing. JJ and I went to the Mix, which was it Friday night? Before we went
yeah.
And we played some stuff there. I played a really cool game that JJ actually stopped me as we were sort of walking around. He's like, hey, this looks sort of like the Haunted Mansion. And it kind of is. It's a game. It's a game called The Spirit Lift.
I know it's shocking that I would bring up Disney at
It's a game called The Spirit Lift, and essentially you play a bunch of teens, and you have a party of teens, and you're in this mansion. You get to you're going up this elevator, and it's a roguelike. Try to make your way to the top of this building, right? And so you're kind of traversing a very much Haunted Mansion style around this building. And this, I think, video from like a couple years back, actually. You're picking up tools like a flashlight or lipstick or whatever. It's all set in like the 80s, like the late 80s. So it has that vibe. There's hairspray and other tools and stuff. And they've taken characters and monsters and references to like movies from like 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, just kind of throwing it all in there. But getting up to the top of the building is interesting because you make your way through first person, old school first person style. You're like just tap forward or left or right. You turn, blah, blah, blah. Go into a room, do some light exploring. You can open a drawer. You can look under the bed. You can grab an item. You can upgrade your equipment. You can upgrade your cards. And then you go on to the next room, right? And you go back out and move. Then you face off turn-based style with enemies. Very simple game mechanism, and then hopefully you can make it to the elevator at the end and go up to the next floor. But oh man, it was just so cool and so fun and easy to play. I really enjoyed it. Cool little visual style too, because it has that Haunted Mansion feel to it. Every floor has different types of enemies you come across, different cards you can pick up. So yeah, it's just a really neat type of game. I mean, it's not the newest idea out there, but
roguelike deck builder is
roguelike deck builder. But it just was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. And it's not like scary spooky. It's definitely Disney spooky, Mr. Boogedy, Haunted Mansion, Maniac Mansion.
Kind of more Tower of Terror with the elevator.
Yeah, maybe some Tower of Terror built into. They did definitely keep telling us about the amusement park influences they had on
she was very open because I was wearing a Haunted Mansion shirt that day.
You were
too.
exactly.
Oh wow.
but yeah,
Perfect
she was
timing.
very open about her of the design aesthetic coming from theme parks in general. So
Theme parks, quote unquote.
yeah.
Theme parks. It was very cool. I totally dug it, and I'm looking forward to that when it comes out. If it was on the show floor at PAX, I probably would have given it one of my game of my Team Choice Awards, but I did not. JJ, did you want to cover anything real quick before we move on?
Yeah, well, you used all the time, so I don't know how much.
No, I've got a couple things that a few folks are playing a beta.
Yeah.
Sam is playing something. So yeah, you want to talk about anything? Or
yeah, I want to talk about a few things that
Go
I
ahead.
can talk about.
Tell me. Tell me.
Sam, this one's for me and you. I went to the Game Sir booth. Do you have a Game Sir controller?
I don't know.
Because I didn't know. I mean, I know the name. I've seen the controllers. I've never held one. Didn't know what they were like. So that's the first thing I went was one of them's like one of the old, like I had 2 appointments and both of them were for hardware. I asked them what their flagship controller was, and it's this one that we're seeing right here, the G7 Pro. It's a nice controller. It actually they're cheap. That's a big thing. Like they're budget priced, but they have every bell and whistle that you kind of expect from these things. They got swappable faceplates and D-pads and buttons. It's got like cable lock for your controller. You can see it's got mini bumpers on top. So you've got 6 bumpers on the top of the controller, so you can like actually sort of manipulate it so you can have a claw grip a little more effectively and throw grenades a little quicker or whatever. It's got a charging dock. It's got a good solid weight to it. It's a pretty slick controller. It's actually like if I needed another controller, it'd probably be the one I get. And their Switch controller is really cool because it is a wireless Switch controller with Rumble, which outside of Nintendo kind of doesn't exist. It's wireless or it has Rumble. It's not both in most cases. So and they were running it on a Switch too. I was playing Mario Kart World with it, so that was nice. And I forget what the title of the controller is. They have those ones that are kind of like the Razer Tishis or whatever. You put your phone in it and they kind of slap down in their Bluetooth. They've got the Marvel license, so they have a whole kind of Thanos one, which
the Thanos one was wild. Yeah,
Thanos one's sick. But they actually support both Switches as well, which was kind. I didn't know that they supported the Switch. That's if it weren't so kind of cumbersome to use it as a Switch controller, because the Switch has controllers attached to this exact location already. And it's not like it added a whole lot of extra girth to the controls or whatever. So but it's just neat. So yeah, it's the first time I touched a GameSir controller, and they're actually really nice. Cool. If you need another Xbox controller, it's probably one of the better options you got out there. So yeah. I played the new Double Dragon Revive.
Oh, okay.
Out there because I got to get my hands on a brawler if I see it.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, that was one of the games of the show that we picked was a brawler. It was a beat 'em up. This one is just I don't know. It was good, but it doesn't feel like Double Dragon in any meaningful way outside of the characters. It's like you're Billy and Jimmy, and then you move in a 3D space. So it's still a 2D side scroller, but you have access to the entirety of the screen in every direction. So you're counter rolling. You're doing rolling. It's a Souls you're doing
a rolls
yeah, it's roll slop.
It's roll slop.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're dodge slopping.
Yes, but overall it felt good. I mean, it's all the moves have some impact to them, and you can pull off some crazy combos. And as you can see in this trailer, the sort of interactions you can do. I punched a guy into a basketball hoop.
Normal behavior.
Yeah, and then punched a guy into a dumpster, and like, you know, you get all the weapons, you get your bats and your knives, and you get your, you know, garbage meat that you eat to heal yourself and stuff. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward like brawler, but you don't see a lot of 3D ones like anymore. Like now, everyone just kind of has decided that the 2D side scroller version is the way to go, and they're not really that wrong to decide that, but
Yakuza always felt like a 3D brawler mixed with
yeah,
a RPG, and then they just went full turn based.
yeah. Now it's just an RPG. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's interesting. I'm not completely sold on it. I don't think it's. Yeah, it's okay. One of my favorite things that I saw there was in the PAX Rising booth. It was called Sashimi Slayer, and it is a sword rhythm game. When you go to the booth, they hand you a plastic sword in its sheath, and it's got a couple of buttons on the sheath, and it's kind of like a Rhythm Heaven mini game. You tilt the sword, and so like fish will come jumping up out of the water, and you tilt the sword to light up, and and there's a countdown that's like, there's a beat, it's like 3, 2, 1, slice. When you hit slice, you unsheath the sword and you slice the fish and you get a hit. And there's also a block button and a sort of parry button, and you just kind of use those in unison with each other. It's obvious what the fish like. You know, the color depicts what's going to happen, and some of them you can sort of combo together. So it's like 3, 2, 1 block. It'll knock it back, and it'll 3, 2, 1 slice, and then you unsheath the sword real quick, and it'll slice it, and you can slice multiple at a time. And it's just like, it's a really sweet rhythm game. I like it. I always love it when there's something creative and weird on the show floor. There's always something that's creative.
This is very much a Sam style game right here.
Yeah. So yeah, this is on like the demo that I played is on itch. Like you can get it on itch. I asked them there, like, so like what's the end game for this? Because like, you know, they're a little indie studio. You guys gotta like get a controller out there. It's like, well, it's got mouse and keyboard controls, and we were kind of tossing around the idea of like a small like sword or whatever, but it's a student project, and they're all just kind of going their separate ways now. So the future of the game is sort of up in the air as it stands right now. So as it stands right now, there's going to be no sword controller unless you make it. And I was trying to get them to lead me. It's like, well, do you have like, is there like a DIY kit that I can like, you can send me the dock and I can build this at home?
Send me a sword.
Yeah.
Right.
I could get a sword easy. I could go to the mall right now and get a sword. Just tell me, like, just give me the rough what you're doing with this, because it's got motion controls, it's got buttons, and it's like, but no dice. But it was sick. I liked that game. And everyone loved it. That booth always had a huge line because it's just people like goofy shit sometimes, and that was the goofiest of shit. So I liked that a lot. 2 more things, and I'll be quick about them.
Yeah.
I liked at the mix. I saw a game called Grey Wake that I really liked. It's kind of it's a. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it because it's tricky, because it's one of those like Monument Valley-esque kind of like looks to it. It's sort of like it's minimalist in its approach, and you're sort of solving some puzzles along the way as you're sort of unlocking the story as you go. And a major sort of element of it is like sailing a sailboat from like lighthouse to lighthouse, lighting light. There's always a lighthouse.
Behind Botanica, if anybody knows.
Yeah. The sailing was actually like that. They were really proud of their sailing, and they were right to be proud of their sailing, because it's actually kind of like, it's intuitive. Like you really are sort of sailing in the wind, like you see the wind blowing, and like if you need to go, I got caught up on a weird sea monster, and they were laughing because they're like, you're just gonna have to wait for it to go around. We're working on the hitboxes still. But it's cool because you can see like this is like Escher-esque looking like Monument Valley kind of stuff. And you have like a spyglass, like you'll get hints as to where to go next, and it'll be like you actually have to follow the star charts, like find the Big Dipper and like use your spyglass, look up, and you find the Big Dipper, and you just kind of start sailing towards the Big Dipper. It's like the boat controls are really nice in it. Like boat controls are usually either what if it drove like a shitty car, or what if it was just slow? It's like a car but slow. But
it's so endearing. That's what everybody loved about the first iteration of Wind Waker was how slow
exactly, right? Yeah. So like no, they kind of nailed it. They nailed the sailing, and I just like this type of game. This just sort of like reflective story based with a cool aesthetic. I was a big fan of it. And I guess the last thing I'll talk about is blocks for babies.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
I loved
every parent is activated.
It was this close to being one of my picks. It's a combo. It is Tetris and Doom.
This does not sound like it's for babies.
So like the story conceit is sort of like kind of very horror-esque, where it's like a little baby cartoony baby character is like scared, and like his room's a mess, and he needs you to help him clean up his blocks. So you do, and you just start playing. You start playing Tetris. It's just normal run-of-the-mill Tetris. Every once in a while, you get corrupted blocks, and those corrupted blocks can't be cleared. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It's not like one of those like Tetris conceits where it's like, oh, you just gotta they're there, but you gotta like combo together some stuff to get rid of them or whatever. Instead, what happens is every few moves or so, there's sort of a deal with it. You go into the well, and you start you get a shotgun, and you start fighting these flipping blocks in a 3D boomer shooter situation. Here you go. This is
that's a really good transition.
It's a good transition, and you can see it's got the map in the corner, so it's showing what you're clearing in this thing. It's such a good idea, and it plays so well. It's so unique in this like space, and it's kind of got that Balatro like roguelike choose your perk after your level kind of thing and stuff. This is good old classic.
There were
fun.
So many people playing this.
Oh yeah, this was definitely one of the top games at the booth. This one definitely people were there. Can you again? It leans into the baby conceit a lot too. It's funny. It's like it was like charming, and the concept is ridiculous, and it plays really well. There's a demo right now on Steam, so if you want to check it out, you can download the demo right now. And I couldn't recommend it more. It's definitely it's the sixth unofficial. It's number 6. It's the unofficial SideQuesting game of the show, as far as I'm concerned.
Just put a little sticker on it, like Mike Wazowski.
Yeah, exactly.
Cover up your face.
Yeah, no, I love that game. That's cool.
That'll cover PAX for now. I actually remembered I had like 2 other games that I played. We'll talk about that next time.
I have others. Yeah,
there are others.
For the main.
I do want to move on to Sam, because Sam has been patiently waiting. And Sam has been playing
real quick. Sam, did you get your hotel?
Yes, it's been booked. It's been taken care of.
Okay, thank God.
And Steam is loading, so I can download that demo.
All right, perfect.
I might as well.
We're all gonna be wrong. Sam, you played a game that's for babies, also.
Yes, and one that I believe multiple babies have played on this.
I have to preface this by saying that I can't find the PS5 trailer, so we're gonna play the Switch
Oh, okay. I'm sure it's pretty content similar, other than maybe running a little bit better and looking a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have too also played the Hello Kitty Island Adventure. It's one of these. Okay, so I guess if you've missed our previous reporting on Hello Kitty and her numerous adventures on the island, essentially you are going on an island vacation that somehow the plane gets interrupted and you jump off of it. You somehow land just south of where you were looking to land way on vacation, but the resort can only be saved by you and multiple Sanrio friends. It's essentially a what do you want to call these, like lifestyle sim type things where
life sim,
you're essentially on a gift trading hunt is what I would say, where you essentially get gifts to give to people. You slowly discover more of your Sanrio friends. You come up with different outfits. There's different mini games with different people, different adventures to go on with different Sanrio characters. And
Man, including the and repeat in the trailer is crazy.
And repeat.
By the way, that's the only things to do in the game.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, this game did start life as an Apple Arcade game, and there are features of it that show. For the first week, I got the first sign-in bonus stuff, essentially for different character customization and different boost to different activities and stuff like that, different gifts I can give to people. I think it comes down to your mileage will vary on whether you love Sanrio characters. I am in fact a huge fan of Sanrio, and so is my wife, so we've been enjoying it. There is a side quest, as that trailer just mentioned, about snapping different photos of Gudetama, a different location. He is your favorite egg, but everywhere Sanrio character, hidden everywhere to take photos. So it's basically unless you're into one of the super niche Sanrio characters, your favorite is probably here to give a gift to or to hang out with and go on activities with. My only thing is, because there's not really, there is sort of decoration and stuff that comes sort of later. It's not to the same level as something you might be used to as in Animal Crossing or those more dedicated build your own community. It's a laid out world and you go through it, and there are spaces to customize, but it's not as customizable. So your mileage may vary depending on your level of need to craft in that sort of gameplay experience. But if you are a Sanrio fan, short of the Animal Crossing amiibo cards that they came out that were Sanrio co-branded, this is what you're going to do. And you can't do much better. So I would play this if you're a Sanrio fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Explore hidden underwater. You could become a mermaid dog.
Yeah. And they've actually been really good at putting out seasons and a bunch of other things in this, which is really cool, because I played through a lot of the seasons on the Switch version. It is, you definitely said, there are daily check-in types of things, but that's actually kind of a nice way to, when I come back to this game, which I do every once in a while, I'll just kind of load it up and think, oh yeah, there's a few more things I can do today to gain points and give presents to friends and that kind of stuff. So there's that sort of automatic little carrot dangling in front of you and this little kind of congratulations pat on the back type of stuff that you get just for logging in, that lets you do kind of fun stuff. But yeah, they're the PS5 version, from what I've seen, looks better than the Switch version, obviously. But they do have sort of a design style to this that you can't really mess up, because it's just sort of this fun, simple toy-like design. So
don't put it past anybody. Is Karopi in the game or no?
Oh yeah, big time Karopi.
I was just making sure. He's not in the trailer, so I'm questioning everything.
Well, he's one of those characters that are you don't see everybody right off the bat, right? You get a
listen. I'm just saying that if I'm making a game like this, I'm putting him in the trailer.
Listen, I'm right there with you. Big Karopi fan. Maybe my first experience to Sanrio was Karopi over Miss Kitty herself, even. it comes down to KB Toys is what comes to mind, and that is not the choice. Chuck E. Cheese had a karaoke game that like I just remember on Umbrella, and you got tickets from it. But big fan of that game growing up. So he's number 2 in my heart, right next to God, why can't I think of his name? Sam, the Penguin Sam. Why can't I? Tuxedo Sam. Thank you. God damn it. I couldn't think of what I was like. Suit Sam. No, like
My Name.
Sam.
I think.
Yeah,
I'm still sitting here thinking about Miss Kitty herself.
Miss Kitty herself. She's a real human girl. Guys,
yes, that's the thing. If you're not deep in the Sanrio merch,
Sanrio.
Again, also
upset
child when I visited New York City, there was a Hello Kitty store, and I was in fact heartbroken that karaoke did not have any merchandise there, and it was only Miss Kitty merch, and I was upset.
Hey, Dally, the next SideQuesting shirt is Sam Rio, and it's Sam as a penguin.
I love it.
There we go.
Holding a baguette.
Yes.
Well, this settles my video game portion of the anniversary gift this year, because I can sense her salivating over there.
I would also like to point out my favorite Sanrio factoid right now, which is about Cinnamon Roll, probably the number 1 in our home due to my wife. He is a dog. If you look at him, he does in fact look like a rabbit, and it is in my brain that he was at a pitch meeting, and he's like, I got this incredible rabbit idea for you, and they were like, we actually are looking for a dog, and he goes, guys, I have this.
Did I say rabbit?
Did I say rabbit?
He just rotated the paper backwards and went, here, let me show you this dog I have.
Love it.
Great. Sanrio. The next thing I think we're probably going to jump to was the little Sonic Crossing Worlds racing.
Racing Cross Worlds.
And you're
beta
dressed and prepared.
Right, is my most racing looking Sonic shirt.
SideQuesting's number 1 racist. Sam and Tyler here.
Yep.
Number 1 Sonic fan. Number 1.
I was gonna say, am I the number 1 Sonic fan for?
I think you are.
Now?
I think you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
My first thing for SideQuesting was just about Sonic 2. No particular point to it, just that I like Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
I mean, yeah. Sonic is a great game.
Shadow really woke something up in you as a child.
Yeah. But yeah, no, there was an open network beta over the weekend for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, which is the newest Sonic racing game. They started off like, Sega and Sonic Racing All-Stars, and they've really they narrowed it down to like just Sonic. Like the last one was like Team Sonic Racing, and it was like pretty much just Sonic characters, I believe. And this one is opening the floodgates again. It's still like mostly Sonic characters, but then like midway through the week they had like a Joker festival, so you got to play as Joker from Persona 5 if you wanted. The entire like DLC pack is going to be like third-party characters like SpongeBob, Sam. God, we're all thinking about Sam. Sam from Minecraft.
Yo, I'm coming to Sonic, guys.
Yeah. And then of course you got like Hatsune Miku, Ichiban from Yakuza is going to be in there. But no, it was fun. It was an open network beta, so most of the stuff was like online. There was like an offline Grand Prix you could play, and they actually made you play that before you could get online. And the Grand Prix is a pretty fun little gimmick. The main gimmick of this game is the cross worlds. Basically, in the second lap, whoever's in first can like kind of veer into either. It seems like it's either random or like a predetermined portal, and then you just go to a different track for a single lap, and then you come back, and then you do another lap on the same track, and then 3 cups of that, and then the 4th cup is just you running through all the 3 in like one big like circuit. You just go through a portal at the end of the lap, and you're on the next course.
It's a sick gimmick.
It is. Like... I think I kind of like it better than Mario Kart World's gimmick.
Yeah,
because
I was gonna say the exact same thing. I think their gimmick is handled exponentially better than
because you don't have all that wasted space of like the time between the tracks and like your most of the time especially in Grand Prix, like the like the knockout mode in Mario Kart is like still really fun, and like that makes use of the world.
I like the getting to race the end or through all tracks at the end.
Yeah,
of, the fourth track.
That is really
like
good.
That's a good setup. I, however, don't like this whole like changing tracks like mid race. Like, do you guys not trust your level design so much that we've decided that you're only going to get to see it like once? So like a lot of these tracks, I say a lot of these tracks, there was like 6 total, maybe.
Yeah, there was a handful, and then also like with online, you had to like vote, and like a lot of people would pick like the same one. Like I did a lot of Metal Harbor. I love Metal Harbor. It's one of my favorite Sonic Adventure 2 stages, but I did want to try something else a couple of times.
Yeah, it's and it's the same thing I kind of have with Mario Kart too, where it's like you design these really cool tracks, and instead of like letting us race there, you've decided that we only get to get like a taste of it, or some tracks, same thing with Mario Kart, where it's like the first lap is like a certain route through a track, but then the third lap is a different route, and who knows what the second lap is because you've teleported to somewhere else. But you could.
Sam is a stickler. He really just wants to cut his best line and not
he just
wants
3 laps and that's it.
It's almost like you threw a safety car at the end of every lap because it's like, oh, hold on, now we have to go down a straight that we can just pump everybody's weapons into each other to reset the race starting on lap 2 because we've got to go like 100 yards to choose which side and then another 100 yards to go warp into that side.
I don't like the water stuff though. I don't. That stuff feels bad.
Yeah, the water stuff was a little bit weird. I do like the plane stuff that carried over from like Transformed, which I think is like the fan favorite of the Sonic stuff. I do like that they brought back Extreme Gear from the Riders series because that is way cooler than like just doing motorcycles like Mario Kart. And like once I was like, oh wait, I like the feel of the Extreme Gear better. The drift feels like the motorcycle drift in Mario Kart, which I'm a motorcycle guy in Mario Kart. But once I was like, oh yeah, I'm just sticking to Extreme Gear now. Like this shit's cool. But music is also really good, of course. It's Sonic. I love that they're keeping the weird gimmick that Sonic does now of just getting a really famous lead vocalist from a band and just like, hey, sing about Sonic. And this one is very much in the vein of like Sonic Heroes. Like we are singing about Sonic racing. And it's James Bourne of the band Busted. Does anybody know the band Busted?
Yeah.
Is the Hoobastank guy not still working on the music? I thought the Hoobastank guy was like Sonic music guy.
He only did Fist Bump for Sonic Forces. That was Hoobastank. Weirdly enough, Hoobastank came up in my work chat today, and my brain immediately went to Fist Bump from Sonic Forces. Bowling for Soup, their lead vocalist did Sonic Unleashed. I think the biggest one was probably Kellen Quinn from Sleeping with Sirens, did like all of the boss music for Sonic Frontiers, and that has become some of my favorite music.
Wow, that was like a college memory I didn't need to come back.
Yeah, that quickly like shot to the top of my like Sonic music list. But like this, it was fun. You could hear it whenever it played the intro, and like it's kind of like the backing track for the whole thing. I think I saw somewhere here on the wiki that if you play as Hatsune Miku, like she will sing it, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's do that.
Hell yeah! I was Shadow, and does that whole Rivals thing, and you have what's that pink bird? Wave.
Yeah, Wave.
Wave was just like, out of the way, Grandpa. You still using those roller skates? And you're like, hey, bitch, what
the rival interactions are quickly going to become memed. I think I posted one in our Discord, and I've seen it floating around on Reddit, where it's like, Rouge is like, oh, don't get distracted, Sonic, and Sonic's like, I can handle the curves like a pro.
I don't like this anymore.
Hey, but the internet's gonna love it, and that's all.
Oh yeah, Sonic fans are gonna love these like real obscure little interactions, and that is the disappointing thing. Is I think a lot of the third-party characters are not gonna speak. Joker does. Joker I think has like some of his like because he's a Sega character and like probably like Ichiban.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna get like Tom Kenny to do some SpongeBob.
Yeah,
as great as that would be.
Yeah.
But no, also people are
the only edgelord in the entire game.
There you go.
People are really wanting more Sonic characters too, especially some from the IDW comics. I would love to see like Tangle and Whisper in this from the IDW comics.
I will give them $10 to let me race as Ken Penders right here, right now.
Denied.
Just put Julie Sue in the game. In the Archie comics.
The only real downer from the beta test is there was no way to test like split screen multiplayer.
Yeah,
that's like a big selling point of.
I definitely would probably be playing more split screen because I had like a microcosm of like oh, here's why I don't play online games, because I started like the first day I was like, I won some races. Maybe I'm getting pretty good at this. This is pretty awesome. Didn't play for a couple days, and then like just continually just kept getting worse and worse and worse, and like coming in nearly last place. Like the last time I played, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is why I don't play online. So probably convince my wife to play it whenever I don't want to play Mario Kart, but we want to race.
If you want to understand how you don't understand how curves work, watch somebody who's really good at a karting game play like a racing game, like our speed run, like Mario Kart. It's insane how some people can just read lines in real time and then counter adjust to being screwed over by said thing.
Yeah, I was still kind of bad at like cornering and stuff. The drift, it still takes a little while to get used to, and you lose rings whenever you bump into the wall, which is a little bit weird because rings kind of work like coins to speed you up more. So, the customization seemed really nice too, because you could like customize your cart, and then you have like gadgets which give you extra abilities, like you can hold extra rings, or you can do air tricks faster, which gives you a boost whenever you air tricks. But
yeah, they loved adding air tricks to Sonic games, man. That was like, they felt like they created the coolest shit when they're like, well, if you just like flick the control stick in a few directions while he's in midair.
Well, and now it tells you how many rotations you have when you landed too. So it's like 720. Like, oh, sick, dude.
1080 Sonic.
And during the Joker Festival, it did like a 4-team like setup where like you were in teams of 4, and there were like weird little gimmicks like, hey, whatever team does the most air tricks or or bumps each other to get speed boosts, like gets like extra points at the end. And I actually won a race where we were all in the middle, but we bumped each other the most. So I was like, yeah.
I cannot hear the phrase Joker Festival one more time.
Joker.
I've heard it too many times just tonight.
Oh, jeez.
There you go.
But yeah, Sonic Racing.
There is I believe, a quote-unquote single-player demo that's coming out at some point. So maybe that means there'd be an opportunity to test like local multiplayer and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think it is going to have like a little bit of a story mode, just to kind of like loosely explain like, oh, hey, this is why we're getting together to race. There was a really sweet animation that they posted a few days ago that I watched that is just like Shadow just like getting geared up to race, and like a whole race with him and everything. So yeah,
he that opening cutscene, he does not get on his motorcycle and cock his gun. So I don't know what Shadow they're actually having in this game. Not hashtag not my Shadow.
Yeah, the faster he races, the more Latinas he can attract.
Oh my god! The only other complaint that I would really have is like some of the items are a little bit generic. You got like a shield to protect yourself, and like not all of them feel like very Sonic coded.
Yeah, like just it's a big boxing glove. It's like cool.
Yeah, some of them are really good pulls. Like King Boom Boo from Sonic Adventure 2 is kind of like the blue shell where he just shows up in front of whoever's in first place and just like hits them.
The Chows are speed buffs for some reason.
The Chow,
right?
yeah.
Chows,
well, the Wisp, the white Wisp.
Oh, sorry, I don't have my Sega accent down. My bad.
There's a lot of them are wisps, which I'm kind of tired of the wisp, but they are good like power ups. Like you got like the drill wisp and the white wisp for boost.
Why did they decide we wanted wisps instead of chows? Like, give me chows. Goddamn.
Yeah, the chow. I keep waiting for them to bring a chow garden back. I can't believe we haven't gotten that yet. They know we want it.
Put it on iPhone. I don't care. Give me it.
I know they're called chows, but I keep reading it as chaos.
That's the point. That's the joke.
Yeah. Yep. Excellent. Taylor, what are you playing, bud? You playing anything?
You're looking at her.
Oh, yeah.
Right over here.
Yeah, right there.
Tell us about
no playing, just building.
Yeah.
There's no time to play.
Why play when you can build?
To be quite honest, it's the true meme because I literally don't have time. I had to take a day off to be able to put this thing together. I've been collecting parts for 5 months.
It's true. It's not a bit. That's true.
It's not yet. It's not a bit. I bought the reservoir, which is I was literally about to mouse over the fucking reservoir because if you can see it.
Yeah.
Can I add an arrow? Is there an? I can't do that. I'm not going to figure that out right now. That's okay. It's the tube, tube that's got the water in it. That's the reservoir. I bought that in March. No happiness. No, there's happiness there. It's just I'm very tired. So I bought that in March, and then I've slowly been accumulating everything since then. I pre-ordered the graphics card water block, which is the vertical guy there. That was in May, and that didn't arrive until July. And then so I bought the tubing and all that other shit, and then I took a day off last week and put it together and tried to figure it out, and it worked. So 5 months later, and I was gonna say I lost sleep, but that's not true. I don't. I lose sleep other ways.
I was gonna say you sound like you lost sleep. Are you sure?
No, that's
you can't lose what was never there, really.
Oh,
yeah, that's true. It's funny. I had my boss the other day was making a joke because he was like, I started going to the gym early in the morning, and he's like, so sometimes I get up at 4:30. You know what that's like? I'm like, I have no idea what that's like. It's like the kids. So I was like, fucking no, absolutely not. My kids are actually great. They sleep through the night basically every single night. So
yeah, my kid always wakes up at like 9. So.
That would be great. I mean, it would be kind of great, but also bad because I have to work. But yeah, the earliest they ever get up is like 6:30. So I'm good. So no, I have not played any games. I played maybe 2 hours of Claire Obscure Expedition 33 in the past month.
There was probably 100 Claire Obscure 33 cosplayers.
It's so cosplayable.
It's all the time. I turned to Dally at one point and says, I don't know if there's just hundreds of Claire Obscure cosplays out here, or if I'm just seeing the same 5 people over and over again. Because it's black and white shirt, suspenders, red. There was a dog.
There's 7.
Yeah. Imagine being the bakery closest to the PAX West venue and being like, why are we selling so many baguettes today? What's going on?
It's just Sam.
Yeah.
It's just Sam.
Oh, all right. I'm actually throw this one there. I for whatever reason I was library hopping and I reinstalled FTL.
That game.
And I had never beaten a run. And so I mainlined that and
older, wiser now.
Yeah, now that why did my fucking there's something about the setup I have right now where my camera is not happy, so it just
the liquid cooling isn't getting to the camera.
It's definitely not that. There's something else wrong, which I pray is not spreading. But anyway, so I beat FTL, or at least the basic difficulty. Don't plan on going any further, if I'm going to be honest. What else I did? I did 3 hours of Wandering Village, I completely forgot that exited out of early access and it hit 1.0 in July. That was a 20. What year? When did we got that? I got that for review.
Like 21?
20. It was years ago. Years ago.
Yeah, no, it was pre. That was pre
22. 2020.
Was it 22?
Wow.
And so I guess time to make good on the review key. No, I remember actually I talked about it like at length when I was on vacation. I called into the show. I remember.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I was wandering, like I think pretty tipsy actually outside of a hotel. And yeah, that game is still really good. They changed it quite a bit. They added a story. The story is not as interesting as the game is, if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah.
But it's still good. And yeah, that's what I've been playing. Mostly it's the water. The water cooling is my baby right now.
Nice.
I have I have 2 questions and a comment about the water cooled PC. Oh, pass it's floating off the screen.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna enlarge it. I'm gonna get rid of this guy. He sucks.
I was gonna say nothing was more frustrating than seeing your image locked up, but the live water cooled PC reaction still having the flame animation.
You just need to like lay in front of the computer now.
Yes.
So first question is like obviously specs. Like I just want to know like what we're working with in there.
So we got a 9800 X3D CPU. GPU is a 9070 XT, and RAM is 30 or 64 gigs of 6,000 mega transfers, whatever the fuck they say about RAM these days.
Terror whistles or whatever.
Terror whistles. I like terror whistles. That's really good. And then and then 2 radiators, and then the water flows through the CPU to the GPU to the radiators, and then starts all over again.
Did I miss did you say the GPU? I'm sorry, I missed the
9070 XT.
Okay, so team red.
I went team red because Nvidia fucking sucks.
I get that.
Those guys suck.
The only reason I asked specifically is I've tripped over myself like 3 times in the past week because of I'm sorry, this doesn't work on AMD hardware. And it's like, I'm sorry that it's the cheapest and best that there is right now, so fuck off.
What in terms of what, work stuff?
Yeah, some work stuff and one
motherfuckers they bought into CUDA. They bought into big CUDA.
I guess I'd like to rotate back to me to end things. But okay, please. So then second question, why water cooled?
As opposed to
like air cooling or
like because like I was like
in the front or whatever.
I was like, what if I had a mini midlife crisis?
What if you hated yourself? I know how that works.
Yeah,
because like I've always been aware of water cooling, but I've always just kind of been like, but why though? Other than just the fact
because you hate yourself. You get to this. I don't know how old you are. I'm sorry to cut you off, Taylor. I don't know how old you are, but you get to this point where you hate yourself, and you're like, what if I did the things I like but made it difficult?
Yeah.
And then I'll let him give his.
The worst part is that usually it works, and you feel good for like a moment.
Yeah.
No, but the actual if you're looking for like a practical, like why would I do this practically? One would be like, I have money and this is what I want to spend it on. Having money is really important to this operation.
I imagine, because water and electronics are usually not things you mix together.
And the practical reason is that you're no longer really cooling. Cooling the parts becomes kind of like a byproduct, and what you're cooling is only the liquid. And when you're cooling something that can absorb a lot of heat, like water can, what you end up doing is creating a lot less noise, because it's way easier to cool the water because it's constantly circulating. So big spikes in component temperatures aren't long lasting. The water is just going to cycle that heat out, and so your system overall stays really quiet overall, like basically permanently. So even like I played Claire Claire Obscure for
Claire Expedition.
Claire Expedition Obscure 33. And so like, you know, I'm playing it ran for like an hour or an hour and a half or something like that. Long enough to make it so that your computer is going to get as hot as it's going to get. And my GPU, I think, capped at like 48 degrees Celsius, which is...
I was just about to ask, like, do you constantly find yourself just checking the temperature for funsies?
So I set up like the Stream Deck little display for my temperatures so that I know what they're at, so that I can feel good about it. I bought a temperature sensor for the water, so it's like, you know, it's in the back of the GPU block, and my motherboard actually has a temperature sensor header on it, so I can always know what the temperature of the water is. The water comes from a bottle that I bought from the internet.
From the internet.
Important.
And then it just cycles through and recycles itself. You don't ever have to like change it out or anything.
Correct. It's meant to be a closed loop, because if it constantly left and then you had to refill it, you'd be constantly introducing like contaminants from outside. So like you have two options when you're filling this thing with liquid. One is to just buy a pre-made like water cooling loop liquid, which is what I did, because I didn't feel like figuring out another fucking piece of this puzzle.
Right.
You didn't want to sit there and just realize as you're powering it on and like,
so
I wonder if I did. Oh, nope.
No.
So you can't fill it with a streamer's bath water.
No, you definitely don't want to do that for a number of reasons. Not because it's somebody's bath water, but actually primarily because you know, regular tap water has a shit ton of ions on in it, and it'll literally suck the metal coating from water blocks out of it and then redeposit it elsewhere in your water loop.
So as a person that works with high-tech equipment that is water cooled, it's a
mixing metals is really dangerous. Having ionized liquid is really dangerous. So if you're going to do your own cooling liquid and not just buy something off the shelf, you've got to take distilled water, add in biocide so that algae doesn't grow, and then you've got to also add in corrosion inhibitors to make sure, or in some cases like people put like little slivers of silver or some shit like that to collect ionized metals in place of redepositing it onto the blocks and blah 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 blah.
We've got like we've got these like on one of our pieces of equipment. There's like an inline filter in the water, so the water has to pass through it, and like you're just constantly like having to check that, and it's like, all right, is everything still good? Okay, it's not green yet.
So they actually make those for water cooling PCs, and everybody's like, do not fucking put that thing in your PC, because all it's going to do is collect shit, and then like increase the growth. The answer is you just do it right the first time. It's different with industrial stuff, but for home loops, don't.
It would make no sense. Like it's
But I will say, so like, you know, end result is really quiet, which is great. You know, things don't get really noisy anymore, which is good.
So, water absorbs a lot of energy.
It does. It's crazy. It was fun. It was a fun project.
It does sound interesting. I'm personally okay with my fan ramping up weirdly hard just from downloading the Blocks for Babies demo, but you know.
Did you know that
there you go.
network activity is one of the hardest hitting CPU?
Legitimately, I downloaded it after we brought it up, and I was like, oh god, my fan's going hard.
Yeah.
My last comment was just going to be, you didn't go full hate yourself mode, because I don't see glass tubing in there.
No, so that's the other thing, is that like, you know, people do hardline tubing, which is usually glass, or you can do softline tubing, which is what I did. I think that people that do hardline tubing actually have, I don't want to make them feel bad. Something went wrong for them. And I respect their right to make a choice. I just don't respect the choice that they made.
Yeah. There's some sort of diagnosis that needs to be made.
Heard it here first, guys. Taylor,
heard it here.
Taylor's soft boy.
Soft boy.
Happily, and I'm happy to be the soft boy too.
Yeah, I do want to just very briefly circle back to things I've been playing, because I do want to give a shout out to the single developer, and I don't know what your name is, for I am, along with many other people, suffered from Windows mixed reality. I don't know if any of you know of the failed project that was Windows mixed reality.
Yes.
Many headsets, the HP Reverb, the Samsung Odyssey, and the Odyssey Plus, which is what I have, and other Windows mixed reality headsets were doomed earlier this year when Microsoft announced that they would be ending the driver support for them.
Oh, entirely?
Bricking every single Windows media device.
Are they killing it with Windows 10, or are they just...
So, yes. So, actually, you need to be on a version of Windows 10 that is like 2 months old. And when you, if you're on Windows 11, already lost support for it essentially at the beginning of the year. Windows 10, you had to, if you updated past it, you can't roll back. You can only fresh install to this version of Windows. Anyway, crisis diverted. Somebody made for a free download on Steam this Oasis driver for Windows mixed reality. And essentially what it does is it breaks the driver need for the devices to work, and the requirement for the Windows mixed reality like front to interface with these devices, and then basically unlocks them to generic headsets that can be viewed in Steam VR or any PC-based VR platform. It works on any NVIDIA-based GPU. That was one of the reasons I was mentioning about AMD, is it currently doesn't have support for AMD because AMD has locked that thing behind their drivers, but the developer is trying to work with AMD to unlock that like specific thing in their drivers to allow for this VR thing to work. But I've tested on 2 computers now. One that never had Windows 10 and the machine that I used to run the headset on, and they both work flawlessly. I can't really speak to it because it had been like basically over 8 months since I had used it before, to whether it removes the Windows media like sort of layer that was running on top of it. So it was running this mixed reality layer, then the Steam VR layer, and then your game. So now it removes that Windows mixed reality layer. So it's just the Steam VR layer now. So some people are reporting that the performance is actually improved just without improving any hardware or anything like that, because you're now directly talking to the headset as opposed to talking to the headset through the Windows mixed reality drivers and all that stuff. So that's a positive. And there was one other thing. Oh, the only, like, other than the AMD drivers, the only downside right now is it seems like a small percentage of people are having a weird, like, cross-eyed effect on some of the HP Reverb headsets, I guess, are being affected with it. The AMD support isn't quite working there yet. Before your Bluetooth, your controllers were Bluetooth connected to the headsets, but this version currently doesn't have support for the Bluetooth drivers in headsets because they'd have to figure out the coding for every individual headset to do that. So now it just connects to your Bluetooth on your computer. But the problem with that is depending on how far away your computer is from your VR headset or your setup might cause some problems. So you just need a dongle to basically extend your Bluetooth to wherever your VR headset is. Major shout out to that because it effectively takes a bunch of e-waste and turns it into usable headsets again. Not saying that there's 1,000 VR games that everybody's chomping at the bit to get back to and play right now. Hey, now you can use it to see your games in big picture again, which they removed from you essentially for, what at the point probably would be like a $500 to $800 headset that they just bricked overnight for people. So I guess not overnight, but over the course of a slow death of like 6 to 8 months. So, but now, yes, now available to you again. So download it and play Beat Saber for like 2 hours because you forgot how good Beat Saber was. Like I did.
Hell yeah, brother.
Oh
yeah. That's it. We're done. The 5-hour energy has worn off. I have hit that wall. That was just a tiny little shot. I got more left. That's tomorrow morning. I want to thank everybody for joining us on this nearly 2-hour adventure. We have broken the streak of these sub-hour-long shows, but that's okay. We'll get back on it. We had a lot to talk about.
I will somehow be blamed, even though
No, listen, I also like to talk, so me and you together, I think they're always going to be over an hour.
I think it's always and Taylor Bliss has entered the studio in another whole other version.
Oh jeez.
My Chrome just literally, like Dally, you said, thanks for joining us, and my Chrome literally crashed itself immediately.
Oh, perfect. Well, thank you to everybody for joining us. Thank you to all of our wonderful viewers and listeners. Thank you to everybody at PAX West. Thank you to PAX West for having us. Thank you to the guy who barely came back, Taylor Bliss, the very end. Thank you to Tyler. Thank you to Sam. Thank you to Jage. Thank you to all of you. We love you. We'll see you in the next episode of the SideQuest. SideQuesting.com, SideQuesting TV, YouTube, Twitch. Rate, review, and hop into the Discord. We love you all. Take care.